Drop a like in the next 5 seconds and use code FUTURE1K in the item shop. Send a video of you using my code to my Twitter or to my Instagram to be featured in a future video. A couple of months ago I showed you guys my 1 week progression and the support in that video has been insane. Now I know what you're thinking, why did a 1 month take so long? The short answer is, I took a break from Fortnite for a few weeks after I dropped that video and didn't expect it to blow up as much as it did. But now we're back with a highly requested progression video, so without further ado, let's recap how much I progressed in the first week. A few videos ago I showed you how much progress I made in 1 week of keyboard and mouse after nearly 18 months of controller on PS4. We started off looking like a deer in headlights, barely being able to build and aim, settling for Vic Roy's in Team Rumble only. It's safe to say, I was feeling compassion for all the defaults and bots I eliminated on controller. But by the end of the 7 days, I was able to do 90s consistently, defend myself during fights, and even put a couple of duo wins under my belt. Despite all of this, I still feel like there was a ton of improvement to be made. So, how much did I actually improve in 1 month? In the next portion of the video, you're about to see my 1 month progression. I'm not one to toot my own horn, so I'll let my viewers speak for me.
You're bad, I swear. I'd prefer you over most popular streamers. You're gonna go big. 1,800 people wanna watch every one of your videos.
You already know I have my noties turned on.
And you're an unbelievable Fortnite player for a Switch, like PS4 to PC, that's crazy.
Appreciate that love, appreciate
really
that love. I honestly appreciate all of the love and support from our community, and that's why I'm still grinding every day to deliver content and to become a better player. So grab a snack, relax, and enjoy my 1 month progression. It was a slow road back to form in week 2 since I took about a month off from playing after my first week. Wait. Bro, I kept pressing the wrong button and bringing out my AR when I had a shot on his head, bro. You can tell, guys, look, I'll be honest, I'm sloppy, like sloppy as. Like, you can just tell I ain't playing this game in like a week. Chapter 2 Season 2 had just started and I felt that my aim was my strongest mechanic as I was still getting used to movement on keyboard. As the week progressed, I could feel my building and editing getting back on track. I started to implement some more advanced moves like wall replacing and floor edit downs, things that I wasn't even doing on controller. I felt like I could rely on my aim more during AR fights because of creative aim trainings, and even started pulling off moves like the Tfue Classic. I was contributing more in squad games, which was a nice change from feeling like dead weight who spectated half the time. PC lobbies continued to prove to be a challenge though, as I found myself panicking and freezing a lot during close range shotgun fights. Bro, my aim is so bad. My aim is so bad. I'm just like panicking, bro. I need to calm the nerves, bro. Rusty. Embarrassingly, I even got pickaxed in a solo after choking so many shotgun shots.
Look at this dude.
Let's not talk about it.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
With so few fights in between eliminations, I found myself going minutes without engagement due to the slow pace of the current season. I felt that playing hours of solos was holding back how fast my mechanics were developing. My confidence dropped during games where I landed and got sent back to the lobby within the first few minutes of the game. I know a lot of players recommend dropping hot at places like the agency and getting into as many early fights as possible, but I would highly disagree. Winning your first solo game after switching, even with only a handful of kills, can do wonders for your confidence, and that's exactly what happened to me on day 11. I landed in a somewhat cold location and finished my stream that day with an 8 kill win. Come on bro. Bro, there's so many bots in the game. Oh yes sir. You know I'm just gonna land in the water, right? Ooh! Don't choke that, Toby. Don't choke that, bro. Don't choke that, bro. This probably wouldn't have been the case if I had landed hot and had tried to force every fight. Sometimes taking the game slow and moving at your own pace is all you need to improve and get some early wins. I am by no means a player with a lot of wins. I barely played solos in season 11. However, I think this advice can help a lot of people who may struggle with winning solos. Another thing that helped me understand the deficiencies in my game was watching back the replays of my deaths from my opponent's perspective. If I felt like I deserved the kill, instead of tilting, I would go back to the footage to help understand what I could have done differently to have won the fight. Although I did this infrequently, I always found something to adjust in my game and made sure I never died in the same way again. I'd recommend this regardless of whether you switched recently. It can drastically improve your game and prevent you from making the same mistakes over and over again. By week 3, I was way more comfortable overall. It felt like I had been playing on keyboard and mouse since the beginning of Fortnite. I knew I had the mechanical ability, but still one key issue remained. I was still choking in fights against more seasoned builders, much like in week 2. There was an internal pressure to perform in front of my stream and to be at the level of pro players, despite only having switched recently. As the days went by, I learned how to play at my own pace and to be comfortable with the small amounts of progress I was making every day. There are going to be times where you play like a god and other times where you go complete bot mode. This is completely normal. The main message is to embrace the journey. Once I took the pressure off myself, that's when the fun began. I killed them both. I'm in the duff, bro. Off me, bro. I played more confidently, especially in duo and squad games where I knew I had my teammates that I could fall back on. Me and my stream had some very entertaining moments. No, you're gonna take the scar, bro. You just gonna take the scar? Yep. Bro, you just gonna take the scar? Like you got the kill? Oh, look at this guy, bro. He's gonna drop. Nope. Alright guys, content. Right. Oh, he's French. Parlez-vous français?
You are French?
Oui, 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 oui.
You are French, man?
Oui, 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 oui.
Ça va?
Bien, et tout? Yeah, I know a little bit of French. Not cap, not cap. Adding an hour or more of free building before hopping into solos helped advance my building ability, making me less likely to choke during high pressure situations. I started building more in between shots and generally making plays with my head instead of panic pressing buttons like before. At this point in the video, I want to share my mentality I had throughout the weeks of my progression. I approached improving my ability in Fortnite the same way an NBA player would approach improving his 3-point shot. If I wanted to reach my maximum potential, I had to practice my retakes and edits hundreds if not thousands of times, the same way an NBA player would take thousands of shots from the 3-point line. It was frustrating to start from zero on techniques that I had mastered on controller, but I persevered anyway. Simply wishing you were better is not enough. You have to put the reps up in the creative gym in order to really see the results pay off. And they sure did. I want to get a heavy snap, I want to get a cheeky one. Cracked him, cracked him, cracked him, cracked him. Knocked one, knocked one. 150, cracked the guy in the back, he's knocked, he's knocked. I cracked one, knocked. Oh, this guy is watching me. Cracked one guy. People are gonna be coming from south. People, wait, they rotated at the house already? Oh, get wrecked. Pure headshots only. He's on the hill. Headshot, 392, he's down, he's down. Knocked him, 392. Bro, there's no way, bro. Relax, bro, relax. Week 4 was the best week in terms of overall improvement, and here's why. Box fights. One of the quickest ways that I improved my close range shotgun flicks and aim was through box fights. I mentioned in my 3 tips video how great box fights are for your overall game, and this has become a huge part of the meta since the World Cup. Many of my viewers were shocked on how good my aim has gotten over the past month, and I honestly owe 70% of my success to box fights.
Aimbot, I'm recording you, you have aimbot.
If you ever feel like your aim is not as sharp while playing in pubs or arena, get in a good hour of box fights and watch how you start hitting all of your shots afterwards. I really embraced box fights in the final week and I'm kicking myself for not investing more time into it. It would have made the grind a lot more enjoyable.
Your head mine, bro. My head is yours. God damn. We need to give like Fuja. We need to take away his aim. He's just honestly too good.
One thing I started to do more that significantly improved my aim was ADSing when I had a clear shotgun shot. I hadn't become accustomed to right clicking during the first few weeks and noticed I was hitting for less damage than I should when I watched the clips back. This small tweak seems inconsequential for some, but it made a huge difference in how consistent my close range shotgun shots were becoming. By the end of the 4th week, I had made a lot of progress on my building as well as my editing speed. If we compare it to the first week, we can clearly see how much I have improved. My 90s are a lot more consistent and less sloppy overall, and I rarely place floors above my head anymore. My edit downs were also quicker, and I even started doing more difficult edit courses, feeling like I could do double and triple edits in my sleep. I'm really proud of the progress I made in the past month, and I've been really anxious to share with you just how much I've improved. I'm continuing to grind every day, and I plan to reach a level where I can compete in tournaments. I'm continuing to add things to my game, and the comments from the 1 week video have really helped me pick up on a few new things. I really hope that you're feeling motivated after this video, and if you are, please leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel and turn on those post notifications. I know this one took a while, but if you ever need more content, head over to my Twitch by hitting the first link in the description. I aim to stream about 3 days a week, so if you want to hang out or participate in fewer games, that's where you can find me. Keep gaming, and I'll see you in the next one.